Dapat lang!
And the Supreme Court is very sensitive when it comes to contemptuous statement.
Magandang hapon po mga kabisdak. Buhay po tayong mga Pilipino. Maraming salamat po sa mga walang sawang pagsuporta sa pangalawang tahanan po ng Bisdak Pilipinas, ang Birada Aguila. Grabe ho itong pag-uusapan natin eh. Gigil na gigil ho pala itong apo ni Ninoy Aquino at mukhang gusto yata niyang makulong. At hindi naman po ito pinapansin ng gobyernong Marcos. Talagang bias po itong gobyernong ito. Kung tayo po ay merong ganyang ginagawa na kagaya sa kanya, kinakasauhan agad ng inciting to sedition, pinapadalhan ng mga malalaking dump truck. Pero ito hinayaan lang ho. At Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, merong bagong kakampi. Ito po ay sikat na abogado, si Attorney Regal Oliva. Kasama po si Mayor Baste, pinapaliwanag ho kung ano po ang nangyayari sa impeachment complaint labang kay Vice President Inday Sara, desisyon ng Korte Suprema at desisyon ng mga senador. Magandang paliwanag, malinaw ho, at maintindihan po ito ng maraming Pilipino. Lalo na po yung mga bubonistang, tanganistang loyalista ni Ngagba na naggaling-galingan, akala mong abogado, abogago naman pala sila eh. Pero bago po ang lahat, palike, pa-share, pa-subscribe, at pakipindot po ang inyong notification bell upang palagi po kayong updated sa ating mga video. Panoorin po muna natin itong mga paliwanag ng isang sikat na abogado, no? Meron siyang Facebook page na talagang maraming followers, 1 million na. At lahat ng mga ina-upload niya, trending. So, magaling siya mag-deliver ng salita, mga statement eh. Ito, sumusuporta po ngayon sa Duterte, kay Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. Pakinggan po natin, kasi maganda yung paliwanag niya, para mag-guide po tayo, bago po natin kumintuhan itong apo ni Ninoy Aquino, na dapat kasuhan po ito ng inciting to sedition. Narito po, mga kabisdak.
Let's be very clear. The decision of the Supreme Court did not acquit the Vice President from any of the other articles of impeachment. The ones that they decided on is only when was the impeachment complaint filed. And that was very crucial because they say the one-bar rule for the past years and decades, what we understood is that ang one-bar rule happens to be a calendar year. So, for example, gifile siya in 2024, after 2024, fresh na by 2025. That's what the understanding of everyone is. But the Supreme Court said, hindi. One-bar rule starts when the very first impeachment complaint was filed. Okay, so when was it filed? December of 2024. And then there were 3 complaints filed on that same month. And the 4th complaint was filed on February 5, 2025. That is just a matter of 2 months or 3 months. Now, the Supreme Court said, bakit hindi nyo to inaksyonan ang tatlo? First 3. Bakit dumiretso kayo sa 4th? And that is why we went back to the case of Estrada wherein they said, when is it really ang impeachment complaint will say nga may action na talaga. Kailan ba yun talaga? And previous jurisprudence said when you refer that complaint to the department, to the Committee on Justice, did the Congress do that? No, they did not. But the Supreme Court said there is grave abuse of discretion by the Secretary General by holding on to the 3 previous impeachment complaint by not referring it to the Committee on Justice.
Patay.
So, illegal na yung ginawa ng Secretary General. So, on the 4th complaint, they still consider the first 3 as valid because they did not dismiss it eh.
Correct.
Congress said nga, we dismissed it because we even archived it. No, there was no action to dismiss. So that is why the fourth complaint was considered the fourth, not the first. Because Congress will always say, the fourth was the first. But Supreme Court said otherwise. Problema din ito is that the Supreme Court gave due process to the House of Representatives by asking them questions. There were 9 valid questions. Sino nag-file? These were not answered by the House of Representatives because they said, amin na to. Wala na kayo, you're not part of it. So what did the Supreme Court do? They had to go to publications, newsletters of ABS-CBN, mga news clippings, and then publication, because these are considered as valid sources, no? Mga news sources. So that's where they got it, because the House of Representatives did not answer them perfectly. So when the results came out, the Supreme Court decided in favor of the petitioner that the fourth complaint, impeachment complaint, was unconstitutional because it violated the one-year bar rule. So, kanus aday magsugod ang one-year bar rule the moment the first impeachment complaint.
Final.
So, December, imong gikuag 4th, February pa, wala pa. So, the next, one of them say that the last impeachment complaint was February 5. The next valid impeachment complaint that may be filed will be February 6 of 2026.
Ayan ang linaw, mga bubunistang tanganista ni Ngagba. Talagang lumabag. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4, hindi 1. Nag-start na agad yung pag-file. So, grave abuse of discretion. Yun po yung sabit itong Secretary General. Hindi dumaan sa tamang proseso, tanggap lang ng tanggap. Dapat doon pa lang hinuhusgahan na ho nila. Tuloy lang po natin, mga kabisda ko.
Okay. From that point, Attorney, dugtungan ko lang. So, pwedeng in case talaga, ma-dismiss ito totally. Itong impeachment case na dito ngayon. By February 2026, February 5, 2026, a new impeachment case may be filed.
Yes, may be
Kasi
filed.
nga, 1 year lang.
Yeah, and a lot of critics were saying there might be sham complaints. Delikado yan because the problem, if the Supreme Court will do this and has decided this kind of thing, na 1 year bar rule, ang mga first, second, third will already start the counting of the 1 year bar rule. Mingon ang kanya, anybody can file a petition for impeachment, and that can already stop any further impeachments. Like for example, si VP Sara or President Bongbong Marcos will hire anybody in Congress just to file an impeachment complaint. And that will already start the counting. The Supreme Court said in its decision, any sham complaint, makita mong sham, in other words, this is just an harassment complaint,
Dismiss
can
agad.
be dismissed outrightly.
Correct.
And would not
Entertain.
set the bar of the ban. So,
Pag mga
that's
bogos.
not a problem.
Yes, Mayor.
No, I want to ask Attorney Regal, why didn't they take action on the first 3 impeachment motions that they made in Congress? So, what could be the reason?
That I do not know. The reason could, because the
Kakulang
House of
ebidensya.
Congress or House of Representatives never said why they didn't take action on that. I think the most possible and probable reason is that it might not be very strong. The
Correct.
first 3 complaints. If you put it in the Senate for its hearing already, it might be very weak and might be dismissed
Dismiss
outright.
lang.
I have another question. Anong mahimo man siyang grave abuse of discretion by the Secretary General if kung wala nagipasa sa Committee on Justice?
Namang good na supposedly after 10 days, good. Within 10 days, you have
Aksyonan.
to pass it to the rightful committee.
Correct.
Wa man good na gibuhat sa secretary.
How would it benefit
Pinapatulog.
them kung wala nila gipasa to?
Supposedly, at first, Mayor, at first, good, anis la, ay dilanta na hilabtan kay, I'm sure there was negotiation or there were backdoor reasons why, no? di pa gid sila ganahan sigurong i-impeach si Sara at that time. It might be sensitive.
Mahina
It might
siguro.
not be the right time. They wanted to have the right timing to file the impeachment. Siya di lang sa taning tulo kay Wickman. So, ningon ang Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has the power of judicial review. And the Supreme Court can also stop any grave abuse of discretion. So, kung Secretary General magbuot-buot lang, kung kanus-an niyang i-forward ang usa ka complaint, that's grave abuse.
So,
Correct.
ito ang points na kuha kay Attorney Regal Oliva. Una, the case dili kusog, it's not strong, di ba? Ikaduha, they're hesitating. Kaya dili siya kusog. Mo nang wala nilang pasa on the first, second, and
three,
third.
yeah.
So, this means that this issue could be purely political.
Very...
Mo gani. Mo na ako gusto ba gikan sa ihang pag-explain unsa ang action sa Congress so that the people would know. Di ba nga karon na niabot na sa punto sa ingon nani na nasa Supreme Court. Na
Political
Political
siya.
siya.
And the Supreme Court also acknowledged that, Mayor, ha?
Yeah.
Na the impeachment process is a political process. It's sui generis. It means it's political at the same time, but it must also be legal and constitutional.
Exactly.
So, dili pwede nga political lang.
Yes.
Kailangan good, you should follow steps and you should also follow the Constitution.
Ito, naalala ko yun. Bakit hindi nila agad inaksyonan yung first, second, third na impeachment complaint laban kay Vice President Inday Sara? Kasi nga, hindi pa sila nagkakaisa that time. Naguguluhan sila. Kumbaga, yung ibang mga kongresista hindi pa decided kung suportahan ba nila yung ipinal na impeachment complaint ng mga kaliwa. Nung una, pangalawa, pangatlo. Siguro, nung nasakta na si Vice President Inday Sara, binabraso na nila yung mga staff ni Inday sa OVP. Naalala nyo po, nagalit si Inday Sara doon sa Congress dahil na-detained itong kanyang staff. At sabi niya, pag may mangyayari, nagbabanta, na may mangyayari sa buhay ni Inday Sara, pinagbumurangan niya sila ni Bongbong, Lisa at si Martin. Mukhang doon na ho sila nagkakaisa. Na gusto po nilang ipa-impeach si Vice President Inday Sara. So hindi na aksyonan una, pangalawa, pangatlo dahil wala pang numero sila doon that time. Wala pang sumusuporta. Nung nagkaroon na po sila ng numero, kaya ang ginawa ho nila, nagkaroon ng consolidation. Di ba sinabi ho nila, i-consolidate na lang yung 1, 2, 3 sa pang-apat. So, 4 na impeachment. Ang nangunguna na doon, si Charis. Si Bongbong alam na rin, at saka si Tambaloslos. Di ba sinusuga pa ni Bongbong si Charis? Gampanan mo pagiging kongresista mo. Hindi pumirma siya number 1. Ang problema doon, hindi dumaan sa tamang proseso. Hindi nila alam yung 1, 2, 3 na final na impeachment ay may labag na sa 1-year bar roll. So yun yung pinangandakan nila ngayon. Hindi daw. Ayan, sinabi na po ng magaling na abogado. O tuloy po natin.
Yeah, yes, Ana, you'd like to add?
Yes, Attorney, one of the critiques and one of the na-mentioned in the House regarding this impeachment and the decision, the ruling of the Supreme Court was that the hands-off, they basically said na hands-off our case, this is not within your power. So they basically questioned the Supreme Court if meron ba talaga silang power to decide on impeachment cases.
Yes,
Can you enlighten us?
Very nice question. Because the Constitution is very, very clear that impeachment complaints the exclusive power of impeachment happens or must emanate from the House of Representatives. When it comes to the hearing of the impeachment, it is vested in the House of Senate. So that's very, very clear. So sabi ng HOR or House of Representatives, amin to. Wala kayong kinalaman nito, Supreme Court. But that is where they are wrong. Because the Supreme Court also is empowered constitutionally to conduct judicial review. And part of judicial review is to stop any branch, any instrumentality in the government which commits grave abuse of discretion.
Exactly.
So if any of the branches, if any department in government will commit this, the Supreme Court can enter and say, this is the power of judicial review. We will
Correct.
stop you. And this is what happened now.
Bakit ba hindi nyo transmit agad to the proper committee itong impeachment complaint? I'm not sure. I think there was also a justification na because they have more than enough number of signatures, the attorney, which allowed them to transmit it directly na to the Senate. No need for the discussion daw sa committee.
Hindi
That's
rin.
correct.
That is where the Supreme Court said, no, dili na pwede. You have to discuss and you have to make each congressman read the articles of impeachment. And by the Supreme Court makes it unbelievable na one congressman can read how many pages of the articles of impeachment in just 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You can't. It's impossible for a human being to do that ba.
True.
So mao na nga ningon ang Supreme Court, no. Di na lang kita magstorya on how it was done, but it is really on what has been filed. Wa naman sila ni adto na lang gyud sa unsay laman sa articles of impeachment. They didn't go
Correct.
there anymore. But on the first na lang gyud, on the one-year bar rule, unconstitutional naman, wala na siya diretsyo.
Correct.
And I think that's very clear. No?
Teka lang, eksakto, no? Kasi ang medyo mabigat na kaso ng House of Representatives, yung one-year bar rule, no? Talagang hindi po nila sinunod yun. Yung proseso naman na hindi nila dinaan sa Committee on Justice at pumirma na lang sila lahat, tapos transmit, minamadali, isa rin pong ground yan. Marami rin po silang butas. Kaya mahihirapan pa rin na yung mga nagsusulong ng motion for reconsideration na babalik ta rin ng Korte Suprema yung nauna nilang decision na unconstitutional. Klarong-klaro na ho ang kanilang dito paglabag. Tuloy po.
Thank you, Attorney Regal. And ito na nga, furthermore, 13 nga, it's a unanimous decision. May nag-argue nga, I think Senator Rodante Marcoleta even mentioned last week na okay sana pagdebatehan natin kung 8-7 yung boto.
Correct.
Exactly.
But it's a 13-0 unanimous vote.
The way I see it, Congress wants to isolate the issue within Congress. They don't want, the Supreme Court, a separate branch of government, to, intervene on their decision so that they can push through with the impeachment. Mo na lang gusto, di ba? They can push through with the impeachment just by themselves. But that's not the way it works because we have the 3 branches of government.
Right. And these are co-equal branches.
Correct.
So, and let's remember, how many justices do we have in the Supreme Court? There are 15. Okay? Nganong 13 raman naman insulting unanimous. One is absent because is on leave, sick leave, si Justice Singh, and the other one abstained. So kung walay ni dissent, it means all of those who approved and who said that unanimous na ang 13, kaya wa may ni dissent. Kung napay ni dissent, that could not have been unanimous.
Okay.
Kaya abstain naman ang usa. So that's not considered a vote.
That's different.
Ayan, maliwanag. Ang paliwanag ni Attorney Regal Oliva sa mga butas na ginagawa ng House of Representatives, yung grave abuse of discretion na nakomit ng Secretary General. Merise! Yun ang mapalaho ninyo. Marami nga pong pumalag. Lalo na po si Tabi, no? Lalo na po yung si De Lima. Lalo na yung si Kiko. Bam! Ang daming pumalag at may kinasuhan nga po ng indirect contempt. Final nila ni Attorney Mark Tolentino, Ferdinand Topacio, no? Itong si Percy Tabi, ayan. Yan po yung isa sa mga kinasuhan. Tapos si Richard Hidarian, kinasuhan din po yun. At meron pang isa. 3 yan sila, di ba? Kinasuhan, di ko na maalala yung isa. Richard Hidarian. Ay, si Wag Ubob, iti-iti, yan. Si Wag Ubob, ayan. Gadun, 3 bisis na disbar sa pagkaabogado. Pakinggan rin po natin ang pahayag ni Attorney Regal Oliva. At ito nga po ni Ninoy, yan din. Dapat makulong rin ho ito, makasuhan. Pakinggan muna natin yung paliwanag doon sa mga kinasuhan ni Attorney Regal Oliva. Ito po.
When the Supreme Court released their released the decision, certain personalities were nagkomento, Mayor. And somehow, naging controversial yung comments nila, and particularly si Larry Gadon, Congressman Sandanya, and Richard Hederian. These three, may mga nasabi against the Supreme Court. And then a group of lawyers also filed a petition to cite them indirect contempt.
Indirect contempt.
Correct. Okay. Ito na nga, Attorney Regal, since you're here, can you help us understand, ano ba itong indirect contempt at anong pinagkaiba niya sa criticism?
Okay. You know, you can criticize the Supreme Court. In every decision that the Supreme Court makes or pronounces to the public, when you read the Supreme Court decision, you can disagree with the decision. Why? Because the decisions of the Supreme Court may change in the future. So that's why your disagreement is very important. But your disagreement must be made in valid grounds. Okay? You have no right to say contemptuous statements against the justices of the Supreme Court. You cannot call them names because of the decision that they made. Just disagree with valid points, with legal points. Because if you say names, if you call them tuta ni Duterte,
Ibang
that
usapan na
means
yun.
you're disrespecting the men and women in robes. And remember, the Supreme Court is the last bastion of democracy. Kung imo nang bugal-bugalan ang Supreme Court, kinsa pa na may mo respeto sa tibok gobyerno?
Wala na.
Mona, the Supreme Court is very sensitive when it comes to contemptuous statement. That's why you can disagree with the Supreme Court, but you cannot spit on them.
Correct.
That's very, very important. And for people who may have been educated enough to say these kind of things to the Supreme Court, you cannot say this is freedom of speech.
Correct.
Because, as we always say, the freedom of speech ends when that freedom, when the act of contempt of the Supreme Court will begin. So it will end there. And that's why those indirect contempt filed against those people are very much valid for other lawyers. Because ikaw kung lawyer ka, you read those statements against the Supreme Court, you'll be very hurt. Because we're part of the bar. Kaming mga abogado. We're supposed to protect the Supreme Court and justice itself because we're advocates. So if we will hear any person who will be criticizing in a contemptuous way ang atong mga justices, it is our duty as lawyers to protect our justices.
Correct.
That's why kato sila ni Attorney Topacio, Attorney Tolentino had to file those cases against those people. You know, many people are asking, bakit si De Lima wala man na-appeal?
Hindi na pailan.
Diba? Because she apologized immediately. De Lima knew. She's a lawyer. No, she's a top-notcher. She knew that, you know, that might have been a contemptuous statement that I made. So, sige, stops ako.
Correct. At
I'll
least,
say
klaro,
sorry.
kasi pinagdebatehan yan, Mayor, may sasabi that's free speech, that's only criticism, but I think that's very clear, no? Attorney Regal laid down the points there. Bago tayo mag-move on, ano ba ang penalty niyan, Attorney?
Indirect contempt, about 6 months siguro. Very, very minimal. Maka-afford na sila, 30,000 pesos. But you can be imprisoned for 6 months. It may be bailable as well. No, pero the thing is, you will have a record in court.
Oo, bad record ka na, lalo na si Gadon. So 30,000, kaya pala hindi natakot ang mga bugok kasi yun lang din pala daw ang penalty. Akala ko 30,000 times 13, di ba? 6 months times 13, yung 13 kasi yung pinatamaan nila ni Percy, no? Tsaka ni Richard Hidarian at Gadon. Tama naman ho kasi, pwede ka naman pumuna, pero wag naman yung parang gigil na gigil ka ba, naglalaway ka na parang aso ka, no? Parang gusto mo nang gusto mo nang kainin mga Supreme Court justices eh. Hindi na ho po pwede yun. Dapat lang makasuhan ka ng indirect contempt. Dapat isama po itong apo ni Ninoy Aquino. Di ba ho? Meron pa akong nakitang video, talagang gigil na gigil ho siya dito. Pero bago ko po i-play yung videong gigil na gigil, throwback muna tayo. Naalala nyo po na i-content ko rin po itong apo ni Ninoy Aquino na nambastos doon sa Senate debate, no, patungkol sa impeachment. ang nag-thumbs down sila, sabay labas. At hinarang po ito ng mga security personnel ng Senado. So meron siyang paliwanag, kinumpirma niya na hinarang talaga sila ng taga-Senate, security personnel. Narito po yung kaunting interview nung batang ito. Hindi na po niya alam ang kanyang pinagsasabi na posible pong makasuhan po ito ng inciting to sedition. Para sa akin, ito ay inciting to sedition na yung kanyang pag-hysterical. Pero bago yon, pakinggan muna natin siya ito.
Fresh na fresh po tayo na palabasin mula sa Senate plenary dahil hinayag po natin yung ating pag-disagree sa naging pagkakaroon ng ating Senado. Pero at least para sa akin po, bitin pa rin po. Hindi ko pa rin nalalabas lahat ng sama ng loob ko. Kaya
okay, bitin pa rin daw siya. Hindi pa rin niya nailalabas yung sama ng loob. Apo ito ni Ninoy Aquino. Alam niyo po, sabi ni Atty. Regal, okay ka mag-criticize, pero wag naman yung sobra-sobra. Pahiya mo ng sobra doon sa plenaryo, dapat direct contempt na po, kinasuhan din to ng direct contempt ng Senate doon mismo sa plenaryo. Binasdos. Ang balita ko po, kinampihan pa po to ni Bam Aquino, itong batang ito sa ginawang kabastusan diyan sa Senado. Tingnan mo ho, mga anti-Duterte, mga bastos, Diyos ko, mga pinklawan, mga bastos, dilawan, mga bastos. Sila po talaga yung tatak na mga bastos na mga supporter ng mga politiko. Pero mas mabigat po itong video na ilalabas ko po mga kabisdak dahil para sa akin, siya po ay naghahamon na po ng kaguluhan na kababayan ko. Naghahamon na siya ng himagsikan ito. Mukhang himagsikan na po ito. Naghahamon na siya sa maraming Pilipino. Nag-uudyok na siya ng galit na dapat ito kasuhan ng inciting to sedition. Kasi tayo nga mga DDS, ilang mga vlogger ba, yung kinasuhan ng inciting to sedition. Sa pagbablog lang, di ba, freedom of expression at freedom of speech. Ito, rally talaga, nag-hysterical, no? At nanawagan sa mga Pilipino na magalit na. Panuorin po ninyo, mukhang hindi po ito napanood ng NBI, baka naman, kasuhan nyo po ito, inciting to sedition. Ito po,
Dapat lang na magalit ang taong bayan kay Sara Duterte sa Senado, sa Korte Suprema, at lalo na sa Presidente sa Malacanang nagsasabing hindi nakakatulong ang pananagutan sa kahit sinong Pilipino. Dapat tayong magalit!
sipin nyo po yun.
Yung naramdaman ko po, July 25, nilabas ng Korte Suprema yung kanilang desisyon. Nung tanghali yun, kasama ko si Juana, nag-file kami ng motion to intervene para na mabigyan ng pagkakataon yung taong bayan para madinig yung ating hinaing.
O, tingnan nyo. Grabe, ang tindi ng pagka-hysterical niya dyan Kala mo, gutuman ba yan? Ang liwanag po ng sinasabi niya, dapat tayong magalit. Mga Pilipino, nag-uudyok na po siya dito, guys. Ng kaguluhan, ito ay inciting to sedition na po talaga ito. O, di ba? Dapat tayong magalit kay sa Senado, Vice President Inday Sara, kay Bongbong Marcos, at Supreme Court. Isipin mo po yon. Naghahamon na siya dito ng kaguluhan. Nag-uudyok na po siya dito ng puot sa maraming Pilipino na dapat daw tayong magalit lahat Ulol, kayo lang. Ba't hindi po ito pinapansin ng National Bureau of Investigation, General Torre, sa ganitong klaseng mga pronouncement? Maliwanag po yan, Kaguluhan ang gusto ng batang ito. Na gusto niya tayong magalit sa gobyernong Marcos, magalit kay Vice President Inday Sara, magalit sa Senado, magalit sa Supreme Court. So ngayon, nasan po ang mga abogadong mambabatas? Nasan kayo mga senador, mga kongresista? Nasan kayo Buying? Nasan kayo, sino yung Turi, National Bureau of Investigation? Ang liwanag po ng kanyang pinagbaban at pinagsasabi dyan, may nag-uudyok, lakasan mo pa. Tama, yun ang sinasabi, tama. Lahat dapat ng nanriyan, kailangan makasuhan ng inciting to sedition. Ang dapat po ditong mga to, pagdadamputin na ito, kaguluhan na po eh. Kaguluhan na ang kanilang hanap. Kaguluhan na po ang kanilang sinisigaw. Ako nga kami dito mga Duterte diehard supporters, hindi namin kaya magaganyan. Dahil alam namin po ay labag yan sa batas, inciting to sedition. Ang amin prayer rally, panawagan lagi. Pero yung parang nag-hysterical ka dyan, galit na galit ka, nag-i-inject ka ng pagkamuhi ng tao sa gobyerno, ibang usapan na yan. Ito ay maliwanag na inciting to sedition na dapat po ay makasuhan itong apo ni Ninoy Aquino kasama ang kanyang mga kasamahan dyan na nagrarally. Mantakin mo, bitin pa daw siya sa pambabasto sa Senado. Dito nga niya nilabas. Sa labas ng Senado. Talagang ito ay pag-uudyok na po ito. Pag-uudyok na po ito sa mga Pilipino na magalit ho tayo. Tingnan mo. Bakit walang aksyon ang National Bureau of Investigation? Bakit walang aksyon dito si Torre? Ano hong meron na gobyernong ito? Para lang ba kayo sa aming mga Duterte diehard supporters na konting komentaryo lang kami sa aming mga channel inciting to sedition, tinatakot ho ninyo? Ito o actual na. Nasa labas. Marami ho sila nandyan. Nag-uudyok ng kaguluhan. Ano bang hinihintay ninyo? Para sa akin, enough na po ang bidyong ito para makasuhan itong apo ni Ninoy ng inciting to sedition. Anyway mga kabisdak, see you po mamaya 8:30 sa premiere live